everything should be all right. Ah, very good. Hi, everybody. How are you? Sorry about the very long, I say very long, it was 8 days of not streaming, not playing video games, not hanging out with you. Here, let me do this. Um, I was working a job I am no longer employed with. Um, it wasn't for me. Uh, Not that I wasn't capable of doing the job or anything like that, but my between my single coworker, mismanagement, and basically I was lied to from the very onset of applying for the job. Uh, they lied about the pay. They lied about the hours. It's just different systems at play and different people and fucking arguments and pettiness all the time. And I just went, this isn't. I was mad like all every day going to work. I was just fucking furious that I had to be there and tolerate that shit. So I said, no, this is no fucking good for me. Um, I hung my keys up somewhere, locked the door, hung my keys outside somewhere, and I fucking left. And that was the end of that. So sometimes it's not about the money, it's about your mental well being. And the place we worked, the place we were working was like this. Um, um, there was a steel cutting, like they would cut steel for orders. So there was this black fucking dust everywhere, and it'd get in like it was in your fucking. You get slivers in your fingers all the time from floating fucking, bits of steel that have fucked off, and like powdered, literally powdered metal all over like every surface, and you're fucking breathing it in. And I'd come home and I'd blow my nose, and I'd just have this fucking black snot in my face. And like, I'm not fucking doing this. Like, this shit's gonna kill me. And then the one guy that I worked with, um, I was his supervisor, yet he's the one yelling at me and fucking telling me to shut up and shit. And I'm like, why am I putting up with this? And I fucking, hey, why is this guy fucking talking to me like this? I go, oh, that's just how he is, and blah, blah, blah. Like, fire him. Fuck. Like, what is this shit? Well, he's the only driver we've got in that place, blah, blah. It's been 5 years of him doing this shit. Like, so I, fucking, oh, another one was, because they lied about the hours that I was working, it made looking after my kids very difficult, because I have to like stay home and put my kids on the bus and stuff. And they're like, "Oh, well, it's a 9 to 5 job. Perfect. My kids get on the bus at like 8:30. No worries. They get on the bus, they go to school. I get in the car. I fucking drive to work. No problem." So I do that. I drive to work. I go to work, and they're like, "Is this an everyday occurrence?" And I'm like, "What do you mean? Showing up at 9? What do you mean is this an everyday occurrence?" "Well, you're supposed to be here at 7:30. That's not what you fucking sold me when I applied for the job." Uh, you know. And then I find out that there was discrepancies with pay. Instead of 25 an hour, if you work over 40 hours a week, they pay you 25. If you work under 40 hours a week, they only pay you $23 an hour for the whole week. So if you have like a sick day, you lose lots of money, right? Um, and there's no staff, and people across the company were like quitting all over the place. Like three other supervisors quit. Couple dock workers quit. Like, just everybody's going, yeah, fuck this. See, I'm done with this stress. I'm done with this shit. And they just, in a week, they lost 5 people, including me. So I know I did the right thing by walking away. I know I did. I miss the idea of making that much money. I do. That's the most money I've ever made legally in my entire life. I'll miss that, and I regret being put in the position that I was put in, but I do not regret leaving that. So while I'm still on the hunt for a new job that doesn't demand my body and my mind and missing out on the lives of my children, because that's what this one was doing. Like 10 hours a day is supposed to be the normal. 12 hours a day, if it's busy, you work 12, stay for 13, and you count as a truck driver, which is not what I applied to be. They gave me the keys for a cube van with absolutely no training whatsoever, and they're like, you can just drive that. I said, it's got a Jake brake on it. I need a license for that. And they're like, no, you don't. It's fine. I looked it up. Yeah, I do. I do need a license. I've been driving that truck illegally for like a week. So, cool. I probably shouldn't have said that out loud, but I did. It's not like there's any cops watching this. And I don't work there anymore, and you have to take that up with the company, not me. So, also, while I'm out doing deliveries, they're calling me to go back to the office to do paperwork while I'm supposed to be delivering things. Don't hire a second driver, though, So anyway, there was that. That was my week, and I said, fuck all that. Don't let people abuse you. Don't let people treat you like shit, and don't let people lie to you. As soon as I got the job, I knew something was off about the whole thing. And then the guy who was training me quit like a week in of training me. So I had a week of training in which he did not train me very well. And he would say things like, it's faster if I do it. I'm like, yeah, but I'm the one that needs to know that stuff. And then he just like wouldn't, because I was his last fuck you to that place. He used me as a weapon to do that. And I don't know how to feel. I don't know how I feel about that one just yet, but I know how I feel about leaving, and pretty good, because I definitely, the guy who was being like a super huge asshole to me the whole time, I definitely fucked up his like entire month. And I really like that. Like I really just like, I feel really good about that. Like I smile about it sometimes thinking like, yeah, that's what you get for being a complete fucking asshole the whole time. Not a positive, it was not a positive experience is what it was. And that is not worth the amount of money they were paying me. So again, let me reiterate, do not allow people to abuse you for any amount of money. Don't let them do it. It's not worth it. So anyway, there's that. That's what's happened to me in the week that I have been absent. So we're back again anyway, and we will be picking up where we left off with Rogue Trader. Now, as we were playing it, we were fighting our way through the spire of the Reaving Tempest, trying to rescue Eldari Farseers who were being tortured, the survivors of Cruditalk. So that'll be probably the entire stream will be escaping Kamara this way. Yeah, that's right. What is this? Broken ribs. Abelard, be a dear. Could you heal her? Very good. Oh, I got this fucking asshole in my party. Ugh. You know what I just realized? I minimized this. I minimized the chat over here. Give me 1 second. Copy this. Do this. Give me 1 second. This. Not that. This. And then this to here. Like that. Okay. And we're going to keep an eye on that. All right. So let's get down here and see if we can get some cool new stuff. Guess can't get back up, eh? Oh, we can. Okay. Let's drop a quick save. Wish I'd brought Argenta. Should have blown a hole right through that son of a bitch. No problem. Ooh, Armor of Despair. Against human enemies. Okay. Attack of Opportunity. A +1 stack of Vengeance. The wearer's attacks of Opportunity deal an additional agility bonus times Vengeance damage. Oof. Those are good. Those are very good. Let's throw that on. We'll put this on you for a moment. Just for now. 50. Oh, that armor looks fucking awesome. That looks really good, actually. What are you rocking here? Weapon skill and strength. And then, what was the thing we picked up? Gauntlets. Weapon skill and... No, I'll definitely stay with the weapon skill. Yes, indeed. Give me your supply crates. Give them to me. Cautious pilot. Bold pilot. Oh no, I completely forgot about that. I completely forgot to mention that. Furthermore, during the week of dealing with all this stupid bullshit, and Sage and I were having a conversation the one night, and we were talking about... Oh, wow!
Rank up. Hold the line.
Hi! Hi, Savannah. Wow, thank you so much.
Steadfast support.
Whoa! Thank you so much for the follows. Wow. How do you pronounce your name? Hold on. Tacado? Tacado. No, I haven't said it. I haven't said. I was there for most of your stream, but I was there for most of your stream, and it was very well. And by the way, my friend, you will absolutely hit affiliate. I guarantee it. You're going to hit affiliate. You're doing very well as a streamer. You are good. In fact, I'm going to, because I don't have any. I hope this works. No. That should work. It doesn't.
A prudent choice.
Wow. Hello, Bad Recce. I hope you have a fantastic day at work. I hope everything goes well for you while you're there. Is the command. Am I doing it wrong? Because it's supposed to... da-dum. Da-dum. S-O. Just highlight that and drag that down here. Ka-dum. Hata. Nope. El nato recognizo. Alas. Anyway, if any of my guys are here ahead of time, go to his channel. Immediate. Help him get that affiliate. Oh yeah, okay. It does. It does. Okay, you've got the right of it. Hadam. Hey, we did it. There we go. We did it together, everybody. Thank you very much. So anyway, like I was saying, Sage and I were having a conversation just shortly before I gave my job the finger and told it to fuck off. I decided to go back to college. By go back, I mean go to college for the first time ever. The only time I'd ever been to college was to go to college parties because I was dating a girl. So I'm going back to going to college for the first time ever. And I'm going to be a real estate agent because I'm really, persuasive may not be the right word here, but, I'm worth more than slugging myself to death in a warehouse, for people that don't care about me and will replace me almost immediately upon my leaving. So, but maybe if I put my other skills to use, I can help people find their homes. And that's something I'd want to do. That's something that greatly, greatly interests me to do. So, there was that. So, this week has been life-changing, I would have to say, for me personally. And for Sage as well. And all of our grubkins, of which there are many. Yep. So, we'll drop save real fast, and we're going to talk to the cautious and bold pilots to see about getting the fuck out of here. The two pilots are already disarmed and shackled. They give you a haunted look as you approach them, but do not dare to say anything. Hey, man! How you doing? Speaking of, while we're on the subject of, let me do this real fast. Chum. And then I'm going to do this. If you like long-form RPGs, guys, and comic books, wrestling, any of that at all, I want you to check this guy out right here. I want you to do that. I want you to check out my man here. Dubes is fantastic. He's a genuinely wonderful person. He's great. Like, he's great. Check out his channel. He's great. Right? So, hold on. My leg is all catty burwumpets. I know what I did. My leg hurts like a son of a bitch. My leg hurts like a bastard. But it doesn't matter. I'm going to do this anyway. So, test succeeded. You take a glance at the Xenos boat. Sure, its design and certain parts appear bizarre, but you can still guess their purpose. You could probably steer it. I could steer a gondola, Ellen talk. We do not need these pilots. All right, what are we going to do here? I don't need these two. I do trust Yerlet. I trust her very much. Leave while you can. Yerlet, take the helm. The pilots catch Yerlet's cold gaze, exchange glances, and take off running without saying a word. The gondola is yours. Excellent. Do you have any loot here for me? Give me more loot and equipment. Thank you. To the spire of the Reaving Tempest. I have to tell you guys, Sage makes excellent coffee. Excellent coffee. She's really good at coffee. It's fantastic. None better at coffee. All right. Now. Oh, dude, yeah. Absolutely will. The next time, matter of fact, the next time I'm out in your general direction, I will get a hold of you and we can do exactly... Ulfar! You're here! Ulfar, Argenta. I'm going to rebuild Argenta, I think, and move her more toward being a move her more toward being doing melee damage instead of just in the back shooting, because she is an arch militant, and they go back and forth between melee and range. So I think I'm going to prop her up back and forth to be able to do that and give her that massive greatsword, Keeper of the Faith or something like that, and see what she can do for that. And then back and forth with the flamethrower and pistol, and then to the greatsword once things are on fire. I think that's going to synergize very well with my pyromancer. I think it's going to do very well. The gargantuan spire is too large to see it in its entirety. Its true proportions are shrouded in shadows, as you feel as if those shadows try to envelop and swallow you whenever you look away. Hey, man! I still got to make an opening vault. Oh, yes. Yeah. Your characters are fantastic. Lime is... If you want a D&D character made, you have to ask him about the systems. But if you, like, in particular which system you're using, but if you want an absolutely mechanically, like the story part, that's all you to deal with. But if you want a mechanically well-built character from 1 to 20, talk to Lime. Talk to Lime. He's just fantastic. Like, we've been running the same campaign for 8 years, 9 years now, almost. And hasn't had a bad character yet. Hasn't had a bad character yet. So that's our way out, eh? Can't wait. I can't wait to get that far away from here. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I really want to see a real sun, not those pale, feeble things among the spires. Excellent. Ulfar, grinning savagely, says with undisguised joy, I smell blood in the air. Blood that is about to be spilt. I hear the echo of clashing swords and terrified screams of Xenos writhing under our heel. All-Father, what a marvelous feast you've prepared for me. Oh, Jesus. Okay, here we go. He was in the wrong hands. He was in the wrong hands, but that Rat Alchemist still sticks out as like one of my favorite creations of yours. I'd love to use that character archetype again. I would love it. So, the Spire of the Reaving Tempest, the seat of my cabal, both a place to find respite from the scheming of our enemies and a deadly trap for those too weak and soft for our ranks. Marzahai tilts his head and glances at you. The heart of the spire contains a secret, an ancient webway gate that has remained sealed for many, many aeons. Ymiris kept it in case Vex's noose happened to tighten around the Cabal's neck. No one, save for her and certain other Cabalites, knows where exactly in real space the gate leads. A perfect escape route, and I can open it for you. Can you? Yes. How do you know how to unseal the gate? I find such deep trust between true Drukhari too good to be true. Trust? How unreliable. No, I simply abducted and tortured a Cabalite who was privy to the secret. There is even a chance that Ymiris believes a story about a pathetic weakling running off. I don't trust this fucking guy. I don't. Where is he? Where is he? There he is. I don't trust him. However, Marzahai grips his weapon. You cannot wait to leave Camorra, and I cannot wait to pay my sister a visit. Rest assured she's somewhere nearby. Didn't we kill her in the arena? I'm positive we killed her in the arena. Oh, dude, I have plans for this fucking guy. I have plans for him. Drukhari get off on, like, torture and deception and just horror in general. That's what he is. And he thinks he's playing me this whole time, and I've been using kindness and mercy against him as a weapon, and he hates it. So, I can't wait. I just need him to get out of here. That's all I need him for. just to get out of here. Oh, no. I have a... Marzahai stops, searching for the right word. A desire. Before we leave the spire, there's something I want to pick up, something memorable. I left it in the Cabal's abode. I do not want it to fall into the hands of the others when carrion eaters and looters flood the spire after we are gone. There could be something in it for you. Oh, really? He lets the last words hang in the air. Fine, just point out where this property of yours is. Of course, first we need to find my raider, most likely at the end of the dock outside the spire. Let's go to the end of this terrace before we enter the spire. Yes, and then fire. It'll be kindness and then fire. That's what it's going to be. Ellentalk, Yerlet touches the glowing stone on her chest and turns her aching gaze to the spire. Her face is burdened with a strange expression, as if a roaring torrent of sadness, fear, and rage is about to erupt. My kin from Crudatalk are still there. I can sense it, as I can sense the flames of their souls inexorably going out. Fury and fear are devouring me from inside out, and I do not know what frightens me more, the grim answers that hide behind the spire's walls, or the scars that my heart will bear once I discover them. Yet I must learn the truth about my world. Perhaps this is the day the outcast finds her path again. Come along. When we find the Farseers, you will have all. Give me all of the experience. Give it to me. You speak the truth, Ellentalk. Let us be on our way. We will tear their lives from the clutches of my insatiable cousins. She turns her face to you, and despite her tense expression, you see the corners of her mouth twitch. I find myself wondering if a single Farseer, gazing at hazy visions of things yet to come, ever glimpsed a future where the key to their salvation stemmed from the duo of a monkey and an outcast. As for the webway gate that Arbenian mentioned, for it to open before you, and sorry guys, my dyslexia is fucking just taken off. For it to open before you and let you enter the webway, you would require help from one of our kind. Yerlet's brow furrows. I could try to open the gate, but to do that I would need a certain construct, a resonance device. The masters of this place must keep it close at hand. If you wish for me to use my knowledge and open a path out of Camorra for us, find this item. Without it, I am powerless to make the webway allow us to enter. Okay, so that's the thing. Okay. Alright. What's the plan to find your kin? Farseers are not... Ad break in 3 minutes. Can you guys see that? That just popped up just now. Farseers are not easy captives to keep. Whenever the Dark Ones are using to repress my kin's powers, those tools will be noticeable. I will find a way to them. Marzahai, what should we expect inside the spire? Cabalites, witches, incubi at Eumeris' side. He pauses for a moment, an expression of concern flashing across his pale features. That is all. Trust him. The spire of the Reaving Tempest welcomes you with muffled noises seeping from its dark walls, distant voices, footsteps, and screams of pain. Okay. Let's open the map. Just fucking goes on and on. I wonder how many Drukhari are here. Give me the goods. Give them to me. No, don't talk. Just open the fucking thing. Is this his jet bike? Ah. Marzahai lightly leaps from the edge of the platform onto the raider and begins inspecting it from the inside. You hear clicking and hissing as the Drukhari opens and closes various hidden caches in the Skycraft's hull, accompanied by muttering of Xenos cursing. After a minute, Marzahai bolts upright and freezes, clearly wrestling with his own irritation. A moment later, he cranes his neck to look down at the abyss beneath his feet. Come here, Justin. Take a look at this view. A strange suggestion. Why would I want to do that? Marzahai gives you a look. An enigmatic look, a smile slowly creeping across his face. Komora is the greatest thing ever created by an intelligent race. Surely you wish to see it in all its... See it as it's meant to be seen, to behold it all and its mega... He surely would not be dumb enough to push me off. Surely he wouldn't do that. Like, he's dead. He's dead immediately if he pushes me off this thing. We have 30 seconds till the ad. Let's see what happens. Actually, I'm going to hold off. Then we're going to do it. Yeah. Suspense, if you will, while I think about what... I already know what I'm going to do. But I'm going to hold off on the suspense, and the ad starts. I'm going to hit a burb, and... well, I'm going to stop playing anyway so we don't miss any of it, and... So anyway, go back to this for a second. So this is why we wait. This is why we're waiting. You know what I'd like to do when I do a screen, when I do a transfer between my screens? I wish the chat would follow. But it doesn't. I don't know why. Maybe I set up the chat bubbles, or the chat boxes wrong, but the idea... What do you mean ad starting soon? Should be running an ad right now. Anyway. Yeah, I'm using OBS. What do you mean the ad's starting now? That's like a full minute after the warning. Okay, well. Weird. All right. Well, that's not what I had set up, but okay. But yeah, I'm using OBS. Oh, I gotta adjust my knee here. Oh, my leg. It's a bit tall. Yep. I wonder why. It's gonna. We're gonna need the chat to stay the same, especially when I start playing Darkest Dungeon again, because I'm gonna want to take some breaks in that game. Fucking tell you what. And I know that Darkest Dungeon is like 10 years old now, but I don't care. I'm gonna play it anyway. I don't know if I'm gonna play Darkest Dungeon with the expansion with the vampires. I found that made it a lot harder than it needed to be for absolutely no reason. There's some more games in there we were going to do. We were going to do a run of Skyrim, modded Skyrim, for fun. What was the other one we were going to do? Back. Are the ads running fucking different times than what I'm being told? Honestly, that wouldn't shock me. It honestly would not shock me. Oh, that's why my coffee's getting cold, because my fucking hot plate's not on. I'm wondering, that is getting progressively chillier, that coffee. Modded Skyrim, Darkest Dungeon. Definitely going to continue, not continue RimWorld, but start a new RimWorld colony, because the last one ended horribly. We're probably going to do another run of Rogue Trader. I have an idea for a Rogue Trader character, but I'm putting more research into the build itself, so I'm not hemming and hawing during leveling up. And then I'll have guides for each of the characters I'll be using, so I'm not hemming and hawing, so there'll be less time reading out abilities during gameplay, like during streaming. I'll just know what I'm looking for immediately to stack the best abilities I can, so they're meaner and leaner. And we'll get more playtime in and more story without so much staring at the level up screen for each character, because there's like 12 characters in this game. Not all at once, but there are 12 characters. So, and that's a lot to go on. And community's back and the ads are over. There we are. So back to gameplay. Hop over here. Game capture. Hey, Dupes, since you're fucking here, man, how do you have... I meant to ask you this. How do you have like an audio ping for when you get a message? Because I was counting on that, because sometimes I get fucking zoned in and I'll miss a message for, you know, whoever I'm sitting here talking to. And not that the message is necessarily or time sensitive, but I respond like 5 minutes later to whatever it is. So I thought that'd be... So if the... Oh, okay. Okay. Play the... I'll do that. I'll fucking play Pathfinder. I was also gonna play Space Marine 2, but Space Marine 2 is like $80, and I don't have $80. So it's gonna be like Space Marine 1. That's what we're doing. Or Dark Tide. God, I love Dark Tide. Anyway, so I'm gonna walk over to Marza High and look down. If he pushes me off, I'm gonna wake up laughing. I'm gonna wake up that baby laughing. Fuck. The chasm yawns endlessly below. The cyclopean spires of Camorra piercing upward out of the gloom. The details of these vast structures are hidden by hazy gloaming. Gloaming? The many lights on the spire's terraces, which resemble marsh gas, are all that bring color to this bleak and awe-inspiring vista. The towering height takes your breath away, and you almost swoon, and then a gentle shove at your back makes you lose your balance. The moments stretch into an eternity. Your firm footing is swept out from under you. Your heart stops beating entirely. The chasm below seems to rush up toward you, ready to swallow you whole. And then clawed fingers close around your wrist, halting your fall, but holding you suspended over the abyss. Marzahai's laughter rings with dark delight as he finally tugs you back onto the raider. Terror, unbridled, exquisite terror. Far more bite to it than the stale, predictable pain of torture victims. That burn in your chest, that tang in your mouth, can you feel the blood roaring in your veins? Your heart is Your heart battering out at a march of triumph. Life becomes more vivid when death can come at any moment, Justin. I will continue to remind you of that. Without giving you a chance to respond, Marzahai steps over the side of the raider and returns to the platform. The Tempest Cabalites have already picked the raider clean. That means that what I seek must be hidden somewhere in the spire. I think it's in the torture chamber. Once inside, we must proceed through the first chambers directly ahead, turn left, and then left again. Come, I intend to claim what is mine. Marzahai, you're an interesting cat, man. You really are. What is this? This is a fucking item? Map? Item. Goods. All that shit for Wraithbone. Top shelf humor. Oh. Fucking Marzahai. Oh, you're a prick. Alright, let's get in here. Okay, yeah.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Let's take a look at this here. Oh, yeah, no, this is going to be dumb as fuck. Alright. Who's my highest Lord Xenos? Is that just a dude being tortured? Oh, no, it's down here. That's the trap. Please get... Yeah, that's what I meant to do. Sure was. Not that. Where is he? Alright, so we're not going that way for a second.
Huge potential lies hidden within you. Strong in make an excellent pain toy.
Making a biomancer feel sick to his stomach is a true accomplishment, Xenos. Spare me any more of your enthusiasm.
Ooh.
The premonition runs true.
Oh, yes. Fucking grenades. I should have given everybody in the group Grenadier.
Keep your wits about you.
Because Grenadier is an ability to let you throw a grenade without... it lets you throw a grenade without... costing you the attack action for the AP. Or for the turn, I should say. Here we go. We did it, everybody. Fantastic. Would you be a dear? Disarm that fucking landmine. I like the chains everywhere. I feel like it's a very chaos thing to have fucking chains everywhere, though. You know what I mean? And there's goods right there. How do I turn that off? Surely there's a way to turn that off.
Always have a backup plan.
And this is where... Go here. Do that. Please disarm this bomb. Or this trap, I should say. Disable this, please. Oh, yes. Fucking... At least we're getting experience for turning things off. Okay, so we have to find a way down to here. I think we can go this way. Right? Let's finish exploring over here. Because I want as much loot as humanly possible. Because I am a loot goblin. Oh no. Way over there, eh? Oh, there's a Farseer. Alright, so that's story. We don't want to go that way. That's where that chest is, and I'll absolutely be hit if I go over there, but I feel like I have to go this way. Can I turn it off? Go here.
Keep my options open.
Justin, be a champ. Would you open that? Take those, thanks. And then, since we're here... Oh, no, you can't, eh? I have so many of these.
I owe you a debt.
There we go. That's sorted. Oh, there it is. We could have just walked across to get that. Here, I'll send you. That'll cost me, but whatever, man. Excellent. Now, let's go disarm this bomb. And there's a Farseer there. And I think that's our way down to the next area, but I don't want to do that just yet. There's the guy. Here's some books. Goods. Information. A thick sack of pages made from a strange material has been hastily tied with coarse pieces of string. The pages are covered in sharp, uneven handwriting and have brown stains on them. Goal: several-fold increase in veil energy. Note: enhancing the veil connection will require merging the minds of 4 specimens. 4 individuals, 2 male and 2 female, selected from among Crudita's Farseers. Aside from their veil connection, the specimens have no common traits. Merging process expected to be fascinatingly painful. Step 1. Hearts of 3 Eldari placed inside the thorax of the 4th and the most resilient among them. Redundant original heart removed. other internal organs preserved, specimens conscious throughout the surgeries. Despite the blockers, the partial brain transplants were accompanied by several energy discharges, resulting in equipment damage. The potential is amazing. The integrated subject was punished by an intramuscular injection of acidic solution that erodes soft tissues from the inside. These people are fucking awful. Stage 3. Subject stable and controllable, undergoing significant physical and psycho-emotional distress as the Eldari minds are becoming aware of the situation. The energy discharges increase every time the blockers are eased or pain receptors are directly stimulated, confirming the expected result. In order to intensify the pain experienced, the subject will be nourished by the essence of its own torture. The Eldari consciousnesses are trying to consume one another, perhaps in order to lower the net pain awareness. Curious. The subject must continue to be saturated with its autogenic agony with added psychotranquilizer injections. Note: enhance the subject's physical suffering with internal bone tissue disintegration. After that, the notes become indecipherable. Jesus. Okay, that's goods and Medicaid. That's a Farseer there. I'll take these. Disarm this bomb.
There.
Thank you, Heinrich. Nothing of value. Let's drop a quick save, talk to this guy real fast. Then we'll go back and we'll continue exploring. Here we go. Ketan. Ketan, my son. The Eldari Farseer's tortured body is barely moving. Grim dumb. Fucking yeah. The grim dumbness of the far future in some instances, especially if they're talking about troops and manpower. Can't count. The Eldari Farseer's tortured body is barely moving. You have seen abject creatures like this before, stitched together from several bodies. Excuse me. Their miserable existence serves but to satisfy their homunculus master's morbid interest in pervasions of the flesh. And yet, this one is not like the others. A twin face stitched together from parts of several male and female Eldari turns its unseen gaze toward you. Its eyes have been crudely sewn shut. You have come, my son. A woman's ghostly whisper escapes the cut-up lips, oozing blood and pus. Hold the line. Don't let the corruption spread further. A commanding shout comes with a cough from inside the ripped-open thorax where 3 hearts are beating inside a single ribcage. As in a prison of bone. I've finished the statue, master. A fleeting, satisfied expression passes over the stitched face as a suave, young voice interprets the warlike shouting. We were all united in the shadow of the great tree, sister, until Kayla Mensha Kane claims our hearts. Your elucidator discerns yet another voice, soft and profound. O Isha, mother of all life, may your blessing protect the children of Asuyan from the abominations of bodily and spiritual torture. The Eldari's hand twitches as she reaches for her weapon. Iconoclast, nothing is left of your kin in this creature. End their suffering, Yearlet. That is not so. The accursed homunculus has merged not just the Farseer's bodies, but their souls as well. They are still inside in agony, torn to pieces by memories of their own and others, but I can sense the shadow of she who thirsts creeping in ever closer to devour them and erase them from this world forever. I cannot let that happen.
I go into the darkness.
Well, that is a thing that just happened just now. So that's the way it wants me to go. So I'm not going to do that way. Oh, no, goods. Sorry. Loot goblin. Gonna give me a loot goblin. I got a ton of those. I've got serrated monoblades. Lots of them. I can't remember where the shooty, spitty poison is. I don't want to get everybody fucking shot here.
What's a peculiar thing?
Okay, that's that. We want to go this way, right? Are we going down? Hold on. I've got myself all cattywampus brogumpus here. Can I go... The only way around is through, eh? Unless I go all the way up to here. And then up. Where am I? Where am I? Up in this way. And I believe there's more this way. Disarm that bomb for the experience, please. Amazing. Control all. Ah! Give it to me. Oh, it's just a thing. That's more loot. Is it a fucking sweet flamethrower? Close. Lass. 5 damage to larger enemies. Oof, that's really good. That'd be fucking handy for Jay. I don't have Jay. She's still aboard the Soul. What is this? Marzahai strides among the mysterious Xenos devices and presses his palm to one of the strange pieces resembling a pedestal. With a hiss, one of its sides suddenly opens like an airlock. The Drukhari begins to examine the contents of the container. The thuds and clangs of objects being moved around ring harshly in the otherwise silent space. Meanwhile, your eyes are involuntarily drawn to the peculiar devices that fill the room. Look around. After the anatomical opera, you have not the slightest doubt about the purpose of the devices around you. You think you have seen some of them before in the homunculus's laboratory. Others are even more obscure in their design, but the gleaming needles, cutting blades, and tubes and flasks filled with revolting liquids give a clear indication of the horrors they can wreak upon the living body. Heinrich's mouth flattens into a hard, thin line as he glances at one of the torture devices, but remains silent. I do not need to be a farseer to feel a pain permeating this place with my very being. You feel the pain, cousin. Marzahai does not even turn to look at Yurlet. Your re-education has clearly borne fruit. Lord Captain, Abelard looks around warily. For the Emperor's sake, we need to move. Step closer to the torture devices for the experience. As you gaze upon the machine's strange articulations, the tubes that end in sharp-tipped needles, and the instruments of the most bizarre shapes, you begin to have a slight suspicion about what these devices do to their victims. Chemical injectors, dismemberment, mental torture. For a moment, your stomach churns at the thought of what it means to be subjected to these tools. You have been! The Chamber of Satiation? The Drukhari turns to you, holding something in his hands, a place of reflection and pleasure. This is where racks do their tinkering, working on new captives in anticipation of hungry Kabalite who will appreciate their artistry. If Tervancius' servants were here, I could show you more, Justin. Marzahai chuckles if he's made a joke, and his eyes are burning embers. For instance, how to skin a monkey without killing it, or how to turn an Eldari into material for a charming trinket that will delight you for the rest of your life. But alas, another time. Your interest pleases me. Here, take this. Consider it a reward for your diligence. Marzahai carelessly dumps the items he retrieved from the container into your arms. The chamber's in the heart of the spire, not far from the Webway Gate. Perhaps there I'll find what my soul so desperately craves, and let us hurry. Please get those goods. Thank you very much. Alright, where are we looking now? Oh, fuck, we went the wrong way. I meant to go this way. Okay, we got the thing we were looking for anyway. This is very unintuitive, traveling this. Like, I know it's a relatively simple shape here, but it's only a 35. Ooh, fuck. I'm not super interested in anything the Drukhari have going on, except that they are fucking awful people. But, thank you. Monstrously mutilated body. I'm glad we came to that together, everyone. let's go back down here. This is story, I think. So we're going to go back down here and see if we can get past this. Heinrich, step the long way around that, please.
I serve the golden throne.
I bet you do, bud. Listen.
Easily done.
Thanks, buddy. Can we go pick up this piece of equipment here, whatever it is? Hopefully it's a cool fucking nothing. It's just space booze. Alright, so that's main story. This is side story. So let's see if we can pick this up here. I like Marzahai, like as a idea. I don't like him as a character. I can't wait to throw him into a fucking airlock.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
I always have my eye on the prize. Constant. Well done, everybody. Oh, what's this? The main hall. Okay, that's not where I want to go. That isn't where we want to go. We want to go this way. All right. So that's the way out. Oh, yeah. Did you hear that? I hope you did. 'Twas my wrist. Oh, yeah. No, hold on a sec. Goods. Goods. Medicaid. Give me them. 25%. I should have brought my doctor. Wait, I did. Oh, no. Jay is like the best doctor I have. Probably some gross homunculus looking thing. Ah. A young Eldari's body is floating in murky glass vat filled with acrid acidic sludge. If the built-in xenocogitators changing readings are anything to go by, the Eldari is still alive, or at any rate not quite dead. This body belongs to a Farseer. I sense dormant energy coming from his exhausted mind. We must set him free, Elentalk. Inspect the vat. Another of the insane homunculus's creation designed for a cruel experiments. The vat is part of a larger mechanism which has a small mechanical dashboard built into its casing. You are, however, unfamiliar with the symbols on it. The thick tubes that deliver the suspicious-looking liquid straight into the vitreous depths of the mechanisms disappear in the inexplicably smooth casing. The glass itself seems to be quite brittle enough, though. Odd, these symbols are unfamiliar to me. I suppose the homunculus is using a special code so no overly curious assistant can hamper with his experimentation. Stand back, this calls for some good old brute force. Careful, watch your step. Can you hear me? Yerlet helps the Farseer out of his prison, avoiding the broken glass. Where is he? Oh, there he is. The Eldari is completely disoriented. His wandering gaze shifts between you and Yerlet, then returns to the vat from which he just emerged. My purpose is to comply? Yes. I am born so I may die. My pain is your delight, master. Oh, you poor bastard. K. Morang. What did the madman do to him? All right. Do you remember who you are and where you come from? I remember the taste of pain, the smell of pain, and the color of pain too. You are the one who dreams of what has come to pass and what yet lies in the haze ahead, a Farseer from a craft world. Tell us what happened to Crudata. The Farseer stares at his hands in surprise, ignoring Yerlet's questions. Every finger in place, but why? The first one goes for the sake of pain and pleasure. The second one disappears when it is time for humility. The third, what happens to the third? Yurlet's shoulders sink in defeat. Ellen talk. I do not think he is going to tell us anything of value. There is no one left who can answer my questions. How did you end up in the homunculus's clutches? The Farseer looks up at you with frightened eyes. Be quiet. Master will come back. Master will punish piece by piece, piece by piece, by piece by piece. Why are you kept in this vat? The Farseer looks around the room with interest, ignoring you completely. I've been here many times in my past lives, and I will be in my future ones, an infinite cycle. Yurlet shrugs hesitantly. Rebirth, healing, visions of the future. What is the point of eternal life if it only ever brings suffering? It's time to decide what to do with him. He is coming with us, Ellen talk. I will not let you abandon him here. I need him.
No tears for me.
Oh. Okay. Without waiting for Yurlet to finish her sentence, the Farseer suddenly turns his head toward her. For the first time, his gaze is clear and his focus. Child, you have returned to us at a dark hour. No, Yurlet leans over the Eldari's body to help, but his eyes are wide open and his chest no longer rises and falls from his cautious breath. He was aware, he remembered me, Ellen talk, and then suddenly he was dead. What kind of curse haunts Krudatak's children within these walls? Let us go. I refuse to believe there is no one left. Do you understand? I cannot let the serpent in my soul devour my already fading hope. My hope of finding the truth of what happened to Krudata. There is no giving up now. After the lengths I have gone in order to get here, we will find the Farseers. We will. Do you have any loot on you? Shit, I mean, we have to find the Farseers. We must. Surely we have to. Surely we couldn't just leave them. And there's loot in that next room. There's 3 chests over there. So let's go this way and get it all. Oh, God damn it. Now I gotta fight somebody. Kay Marang, what a strange feeling. Yurlet clutches her head and her eyes dart around the torture chamber. Kayla Mencha Kane, take my heart. Placed on a grim stone pedestal in front of you is an intricate game board, broadly similar to one the Regicide players use. Miniature figurines of Drukhari and Asuryani, skillfully fashioned out of onyx and wraithbone, are frozen in elegant poses opposite to each other. Several of them are toppled, and for a moment you think you see fresh blood running from under the game pieces down the small grooves carved into the board. Yurlet, are you all right? Aye. Yurlet stares at the game board, stunned. It seems she never heard your question. Quiet. Please stop. Stop torturing my mind. I will not let you become another spirit in the wind. Not for the light of a million stars. Just let me explain myself. Observe silently. I left Krudatak because it was my path. It is that not what you have been teaching us from birth until our final moments of our lives? I can hear it very well, the mournful lament of our brothers and sisters tortured to death in this room. I would prefer not to hear it, but I cannot. As clearly as I can hear the melody of your soul's torment, but don't you dare. There is no need to blame me for what happened to you. Yurlet clenches her jaw and seems to stop breathing entirely. Whatever this is, Yurlet, do not let this take over you. Ellen talk. Yurlet focuses her gaze and clasps a spirit stone on her chest. If you could only hear her pleas and her curses, my heart shatters into 1,000 pieces at the mere sight of this tormented soul. But her words lash my mind more painfully and ruthlessly than the 3-tailed whip torments its victim's flesh. The Dark Ones possess the cursed gift of inventiveness in torture, the subjects that are victims to the worst horrors a mortal mind can conceive of. In their torture, they go far beyond the limits of the possible and permissible. Look closer. These pieces and this board is designed for games that intrigue the mind were fashioned from the flesh and blood from one of our Farseers. Her immortal soul remains forever connected to them. You should end her suffering, Yerlet. No, I cannot. If you destroy an Osean soul without applying a spirit stone, Silent Thresh's claws will reach out and tear that soul apart. It looks like the Farseer put you through mental torment. What did she say? That I am a traitor, and my path is paved with the bodies of my kin. That I am an outcast who carries the blame for the destruction of my home, since I heard the call of our dying ancestors and did not return in time, and that it should have been me in her place. Yeah, you couldn't. The pain and suffering have damaged the Farseer's mind. You could not have saved Coup d'etat alone. But I could have protected my home and met my end alongside the others. Yerlet's own words make her shudder as she stares at the flayed bodies of her brothers and sisters. Still, for as long as at least one child of Coup d'etat is alive, its memories will not vanish. And I am yet to reach the end of my path. The seed planted long ago is yet to grow and bring forth the flower of truth. Why would the Drukhari imprison a Farseer's soul in a game board? Because they're fucking awful. They're garbage. Why does the wind blow and the rain fall? Why does starlight illuminate our path and darkness dismay us? It is their nature, for that is the way of the world. The Dark Ones feed on despair and suffering, while the Farseers are powerful beings of unbending will, whose souls, however, are brittle. Every move on the game board causes the Farseer nothing but pain. She feels everything, sees everything, and is aware of everything. She dies with each piece taken as resurrected at the end of the game. Whoa. There's no helping the Farseer now. Shouldn't we direct our energy towards saving other possible survivors? Are you suggesting then we abandon a living being to an eternity of suffering? That we leave it here to rot in this homunculus laboratory imprisoned in this form? Even for a monkey, the cruelty seems excessive. No, I would rather end the poor soul's suffering myself. From a bag at her belt, Yerla takes out a spirit stone identical to the one she's wearing around. You had that the whole fucking time? That kind of annoys me a little bit. Ooh, that's not bad. Behind cover with a ranged attack, cover efficiencies decreased by 40%. Fuck, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Goods, loot, goods. Give it to me. Oh, this is just more gross homunculus junk. Info. Oh, Jesus. Hold on. Now that my coffee is warm, it's empty. So I can take it off my thing. I've had enough coffee today, though, I think. Deliverance. As the activation order code word, excellent. 43, sequential joint removal, starting with the fingers. The process resulted in death. As every previous instance, the body will be reformed and regrown. 59, internal organs exercised and placed into an alkaline solution without severance from the nervous system. The subject is observing its dismemberment and experiencing the pain at its full intensity. The agony strengthens the connection to the veil, but the body is weak and inevitably perishes. The subject's body... very good. Drive safe, my man. The subject's body disintegrates faster with each new assembly. Thermobox introduced onto the torso for an alternate cooling and heating. With constant electrical stimulation, the subject survived for 4 minutes longer compared to the previous resurrection. Physical torture discontinued. audiovisual headband placed on the subject's head to broadcast images of its kin's suffering into its consciousness. Cardiac arrest recorded at 19 minutes later. Subject in possession of all previous knowledge, including memories of pain and death, and therefore fully compliant. Phenomenal strengthening of the veil connection observed, but the body survives for no longer than 3 minutes under any set of circumstances. What the fuck? Like, I'm not taking that shit with me, I'll tell you that right now. Trap, disarm, please. Do you have loot for me? Do you have goods for me? Nothing? Just nothing? Okay, there's goods. Disciple of Pain. Here's a boss fight. Okay, we're going to have to kill some Farseers here. This is going to be a shame. This is going to be a shame. Let's go back this side. And we'll have to use... It's going to be bloody fucking melee, I'll tell you what. 1, 2, 3. And they're all psychers equipped with chain swords. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at this fucking asshole. Okay, we can do this. This will be fucking easy peasy lemon squeezy. Alright, here we go. First, to start with, Yurlet, I will ask you to... There's a few of them. Disciple of Pain. Fuck, we're slow. Oh my god. Okay, well, Yurlet, I'm going to put you in cover here. Justin here. Adira here. Abelard. They're going to close on us, so I want you here. Marzahai, I want you here. Heinrich. Support. Adira. You're in... No. Heinrich here. And Adira, I want you here. Okay. Oh. Alright, let's do this. This will be easy peasy lemon squeezy. 18 minutes till the next ad break. Marzahai, I will get you to move to... First thing I'm going to do is get you to move to do this. I want you to move here. Then I want you to charge this target. Then I want you to place this on this target, please. I want you to get it with... Oh, I gave them the same weapons either way, so it doesn't really matter. I could have used that, and that would have been better, but,
What a useless plaything. Broken already.
You know, you disgust me, but I like you a bunch. Now, I need you guys to come and close. Okay.
We all walk our own path.
Yes. Excellent.
You will pay dearly for your actions.
I bet you do. I really want one of those fucking 6 spears. Like an Eldari singing spear. I could absolutely 2,200% get behind that shit. That'd be fantastic. Put that on him. And then I'll get you to use this ability. Because you're perfectly in cover. Then I will get you to do this on this character. Very good. Then I will get you to use this. Yeah, I'm doing this all fucking in the backward order. 2. Then I'm going to get you to assist him. Legades. Fuck! And then at the start of your next turn, you're going to kill that guy outright. That guy's dead.
Will not fail the craft world.
That guy's dead. Amazing. So, We're already locked in melee. Who's the next most powerful guy? All twos, eh? Except for him. All right. So what we're going to do is, first thing, number one, going to cast Strength on myself, which does that. Then, does anybody need to be healed? Marzahai could stand to be healed because he's kind of a dingus, but put this on Yurlet just to deal the damage. Then I'm going to place this attack on you so I can get the kill easier. That's 2. Charge. Who can we charge? Who can I make it to? Abelard's going to fucking clear this part of the room, no worries. He's already doing that. And there's 2 over there. Disciples, disciples. Let's cast... Get to you. Charge. Then we're going to... You didn't take damage off that. Why? Why not? Okay. Then make sure that fire never goes out. And they take fuckloads of damage. And then heal... Marzahai's hurt, but I don't care. And that's that. Okay, that's that turn. Alright, good. Now, we're already here. We're already at where I need to be. So let's... move to here for a second real fast. Then we'll hit this ability. Then we're going to... Sworn enemy. Charge. That one. She won't. Isha is in the Garden of Nurgle currently. So, about that. Not going to use that unless we have to. Heinrich. I'm going to get Heinrich to move to... Do I want him to engage all by himself? He doesn't have the abilities that I want him to use. He doesn't have the abilities that I was hoping he would be using. Hammer of the Emperor, so everybody gets massive, massive buffs. Then I want you to enfeeble those guys. Strength on you, because that's free. Then I want you to charge this character. Excellent. Then purge soul. Who will it hurt the most to purge? Oh wow, that's a ton. Use it on that guy. Yeah. And then nothing else, eh? Can you reach this fella right here? That's my own fault for not bumping up his ballistic skill real rough, but that's my own bad. Three. I'd like to reach that other guy, but I'll just throw it on you. Okay, what we're going to do is... not much, because fucking the veil is going to be real icky in a second here. That, and I'm going to get you to move to here, so you can reach people if you have to. Then... give you that ability. And then this on that. And this on you. So Adira, or not Adira, Yurlet can take you down easier. Okay. Okay, yeah. Go here, and I will get you to charge this character as such. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Go like that. Okay, well, fuck. Put that on.
Watch.
I honestly thought that would be enough to just kill him outright, but twasn't. Tweren't, one could say. Then make yourself undetectable, quiet, and that's that turn. I could have used his whatsits. Do you know what I mean? To get him over there. The yellow clicky. Yeah. Excellent. One more. Hit him more. Okay. Okay, yeah. This is working. Engage. Yes.
I answer the call.
Yep. Okay, so there's the experiment. Let's kill this Disciple of Pain. Let's start with that. We don't have to do that because we didn't move. Let's put this target here. And then we're going to shoot him with this. Oh, yeah. Fucking good night. He should be dead very shortly. How much damage are you taking? 12. Warp burn. Oh, yeah, he's dead next turn. Don't need to waste any more ammunition on that guy. Let's exploit. That's a Disciple of Pain as well. Exploit you. Do this to you.
If I must.
Yeah, you must. You're doing it because I'm fucking Oh. More's the fool I.
A pitiful attempt.
Alright, so what we're going to do, the veil's pretty thin. So let's put this target on you. Like that. Oh no, that's not what I fucking meant to do. It's not what I meant to do. Alright, just fucking slow down. I'm rushing through turns here that I don't need to rush through. Let's... He's on fire forever. Do we get that one? That's an experiment. He's dead next turn. Light that guy on fire. Does damage to those two. Kills that guy dead. I can do that again. Double ignite, please. That'll kill those two. And then we will use this on... Where's Heinrich? That, he can still move. So let's... He's got two still, eh? Can I move to here and then charge this opponent here? Oh, I was hoping I'd get a parry off that. Okay, yeah. And then from here, feels like a kind of a waste. There, that guy's on fire, and then make sure the fire doesn't go out by doing that. Do that, and we'll just end this fight as quickly as possible. Get it over with, get it done. Okay, walk back over here. He's on fire, right? He's taking warp fire damage. Oh, yeah, no, I don't have to deal with you. There's that guy, there's that guy. They're going to have him dead. For sure, those two have him dead. Okay. Okay. Just light him on fire. I don't know what... what do you have on? Armor of Despair. Frenzy, Exploit. Now he's got Warp Burn. Oh, okay. Well, more's the fool I. I'm enjoying this thoroughly, how they're, you know, completely immune to whatever. Sworn Enemy, Reckless Strike. Then we're going to fucking kerplunk him. There we go. That guy's dead. That guy's dead. So let's do this. He's dead on the start of his turn. We're just going to walk over and fucking bludgeon this guy to death. There's still 3 left. Why am I wasting my turns on that guy? Oh, fuck. I ran right past one. He's right there. And he doesn't have the thing on. Oh, he does have it on. Never mind. Shit. Well, whatever.
Heal my wounds.
And use this. Shit. You're dead next turn. Go here. Well, you might as well engage the guy. I could have charged him. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Put this on in the front. You've already got it. Don't worry about it. Death Whisper, immune to damage. That's fine. Do this. Yeah, that worked. And then do nothing, because you're out of time. And then do this. Exploit this one. Like that. And then exploit this one. Like that. And then not really much else you can do other than, you know, piercing a hole in the veil.
Slow and painful is the way.
And then you're going to Reckless Strike this guy for more Watsits. Put this on. And then I want you to stab him. There's that. Here we go. There we go. That guy's dead. Took 3 of us to get that done. Okay. Charge to this character, please. Try not to. There's that. And there's this. Can you reach that guy from there? Everybody else is dead. Can you shoot this one? Can you get him? One shot. Please get him. Try not to hit Marzahai. Try not to. She didn't. Alas, she missed. Wait, monkey. Extend a helping hand and I will show you the way home. Oh, yes, please. First of all, pick up all their shit and give me your singing spears. Fuck. They don't have a single singing spear. Move this stuff like this. Ugh, give me this. Junk. Like this. Do we get everything? Oh, no. I see it, thanks. I see them, thank you. First of all, quick save. What are we at here? 3 minutes till another break starts.
That was a problem for you.
It wasn't a problem because I have you. The set of symbols looks unfinished, as if you've only half of the mysterious message in front of you. Let's open this. That's all the loot we were missing.
I always have a
That's
backup
this
plan.
thing. Okay. Wraithbone Woven Battlesuit. That's not bad. Assault Cloak. 5% parry reduction and dodge reduction to the melee area attacks for each creature targeted by that attack. That'd be very good in Abelard, because you use a lot of area attacks. Okay. We have the thing we need. We no longer need Drukari Man. What are we at here? Ad starts in 1 minute. Let's read through this book a little bit. Information. How much is this? The journal entries are written in an angular but surprisingly tidy hand, as if the writer deliberated meticulously over every word. The notes are supplemented by diagrams and formulae. The Farseer's mind is aggressively resisting external interference. The mind maggot perish instantly upon being introduced to the system, which has never been observed before. Interesting. As punishment, the subject was placed in vibra shackles to chip away at limb bones. Mind maggot enhanced with a power implant. Subject placed in a red-hot metal capsule during the introduction of the parasite. Despite the pain and the parasite in the system, the subject succeeded in addressing the veil. Parasite destruction detected 2 minutes into his presence into the subject's body. Mind maggots enhanced with poison that suppress the host's psychic functions and place successfully inside the victim. The parasite's vital functions persist, yet with no sign of compliance on the part of the host. Unacceptable. Subject punished by partial skin removal and suspension by the detached areas of skin. Experiment finished. Result negative. For as long as the subject remains capable of combating the mind maggot's presence, the pain is the only available method of suppression. Subject to be placed in a capsule with slowly rotating blades until further instructions. I fucking hate the Drukhari. I'll be right back, guys. Because there's an ad now. Do 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 do. All right, here we go. Here we go. Now, we sorted that, we got that, dug it out. Do we have all of the stuff? There's just this thing here. For fuck's sake. How far back does that put me? How far back does... Fuck.
Throne take you.
Can I heal any of that? Or was that permanent? Crippled. Fuck. Let's see if he can do it. He might be able to. From here, I want you to heal Yurlit. I want you to use healing on yourself. Nothing, eh? Okay, let's see if we can do this. I'm not a huge fan of that. Not a huge fan of what just happened there. So I'm going to load because I'm not running around with my 2 melee guys having minus like 10s to their fucking weapon skill. That's just some dumb shit I'm not tolerating. Fight's already done. That's this. Okay, we're all right. Okay, we already read through. Let's activate the mechanism. Okay, and this thing's going to come down and activate. We got everything. We read that book. We're going to get these goods and those goods. Collect the thing. I don't need Marzahai anymore. It's okay. It's okay. Lord Xenos. The strange capsule emits a barely perceptible buzz. Its thick walls barely something contained. Heinrich.
Let us know, Dodo.
Unfinished. If you only have one half the message in front of you. Okay, I see what it's asking you to do. And then there's this one. This is the other half. Message in front of you. And this is logic. Activate this mechanism. Here we go. And then there's going to be a guy in here. Eklendil? Eklendil. Despite his many bleeding wounds, the stately Eldarai calmly straightens his shoulders and raises his narrow chin as he scrutinizes you with his keen gaze. Mysterious blue lights glimmer in his emerald green eyes. A monkey and an outcast have found their way into the heart of the dark city to save what little remains. The universe is full of cruel surprises, but this is an outcome I managed to foresee. You have foreseen our meeting, but could not avoid being captured. What is the point of your prophecies, then? Yurlit glances daggers at her fellow Eldari, but he does not look away. The Farseer frowns. His face reflects guilt and grief, yet he says gently, I am glad our paths have crossed again, my child. It is a great relief for me to know that you are alive, and a great joy to see how much firmer your spirit and mind have grown over your years of exile. I think we have a lot to talk about. Yeah, we're going to do this one. Make an Eldari greeting gesture with your hands. You have got yourself a most amusing monkey to keep you company, Yerlet. He understands our language and even knows a thing or two about customary greetings. Not that any of it makes him a worthy companion for you to have on your path. Oh, do you want to go back in the box, you fucking asshole? Jesus. It is Yelentok who keeps me at his side. Were it not for him, my soul would have long left this body, or else I would have been devoured by a minion of She Who Thirsts, and I would never have learned the truth of what happened to Crudata. What truth? What truth? What have we learned? Perhaps we ought to start by introducing ourselves. Of course, Yelentok, one forgets one good manners all too easily in the Dark City. Yerlet can barely contain her fury as she gestures toward her fellow Eldari. Standing before you is Eklendil Maresh, who walks the path of the Farseer. He is the all-seeing eye and timeless sentinel of Crudatalk. He was, that is. Either way, a Monkey's name is not the kind of thing he would be particularly interested in. In case you were expecting me to introduce you in turn, he will forget your name as serenely as one forgets a troubling dream in the morning. Yelentok, no, that's a word I've not heard in years. The Farseer does not even look in your direction. There were other Farseers besides you in the spire. Between the homunculus' torturers, I was able to glance inside my kin's desperate minds. I saw every soul that was extinguished in the spire. I sang a lament for every brother and sister sacrificed by the Dark Ones. I carry their memory in my heart, and if I ever get out of here alive, their names will not be forgotten. You said you'd help us find our way home? What did you mean? The countless hours I spent in the homunculus' cage were not all spent in the throes of agony. I listened, I observed, I absorbed, and I soon learned that an age-old gate built into our ancestors is hidden at the heart of the spire, a webway gate connected to the world outside. I can unseal it and forge our path to salvation. I can help you make your way out of the Dark City and leave this place behind, but you must take me to the gate. My mind is still firm and my spirit is unbreaking. My body, on the other hand, will not soon forget pain's embrace. What's the point of your questions, Yelentok? I can guide you to the gate myself, but not for Eklendil Maresh, who walks the path of the Farseer, the all-seeing eye, and the timeless sentinel of Crudatalk, pours a light of truth into a bottomless well of my fear and doubt. What? Okay, all right, okay, sure. The Farseer's all yours, man. I feared this moment would never come. Pardon me, someone just called me. Oh, shit. 2 seconds, guys. 2 seconds. Hi. Hi. It turns out my big sister is in town, and she's like 10 minutes away from my house, so she'll be coming over in like now, I guess. So we'll finish this conversation, and then I'm gonna run upstairs. Yeah, surprise! I didn't even know she was in town. She just called me to tell me she was here. So she's gonna come over and hang out with my kid. So that means I'll be cutting the stream short, because I was gonna go for like 4 hours or whatever. But I get to see my sister like once a year. Surprise. Okay, all right. We gotta finish this conversation. I fear this moment would never come. Yurlit takes a deep breath and looks into the Farseer's eyes. Look at me, Eklendil, and tell me what adversity befell our home. As a council member, you cannot possibly be unaware of the truth, and Eklendil, do not even consider hiding anything from me. Sometimes ignorance truly is bliss, my child, but I cannot deny you your right to know the truth. The Farseer tosses back his head, and his voice sounds like rolling thunder. When we found ourselves amid the stars of this stellar fabric, we encountered a Monkey ship, a ship much too puny to take on an Asuryani world, or so we thought, until the council was struck with a vision of horror to come. The ship would be our doom, not only for us on Crudatalk, but for all Eldari kind among the nearby stars, and even for those whose paths stretched far beyond the stars. We could not allow such a thing to happen. When the ship approached, we pierced it with 100 salvos, and then rejoiced, for among the wreckage the Rangers found no trace of the foreseen curse. Osiryan, how wrong we were. The ship that returned from their reconnaissance to the starports were already carrying it on their wings, whether it was a scratch from a passing wreck or infected ashes of the Monkey ship that the cosmic winds had not had time to disperse. The plague crept into our home and immediately began to eat away at the craft world's very flesh. Is that the same shit that... I wonder if it is the same tech plague that was eating Kiva Gamma. In the Infinity Circuit, the souls of the ancestors battled the spreading pestilence ferociously, but the world was falling apart and there was no stopping it. Spires collapsed, rivers dried up, the ground itself sank, and all living things turned into a strange blend of organic material and metal. We fought for our home until the very end, but when it came clear that Crudatalk was beyond saving, the council decided to gather all who remained, board them on surviving shuttles, and scatter across the galaxy to look for salvation. And that was what we did. Okay, but who steered the infected vessel toward Crudatalk?
I am afraid you already know the answer, Elentalk. You just cannot accept it. Your predecessor, she who previously owned this vessel and your entire protectorate. The monkey who kept a piece of my homeworld in her study, like a trifle or trophy of no great significance.
Terrible. And so your accursed kind. So it was your accursed kind. Eklendil's eyes light with golden radiance. Wait, Eklendil. Shedding innocent blood will not bring our home back. The Elentalk is guilty of only helping me to reach this place and free you. The blood of the executioners of our people flows through the veins of the one you long to save. What has the monkey done to deserve your mercy? The golden sparks slowly die away, and the Farseer warily closes his eyes. You said a disease broke out aboard your ship? So you want to know how your kinspeople destroyed my world so you can follow their example? Answer the question, Eklendil, not for the monkey's amusement, but for the sake of those whose souls dissolved in infinity. At first we thought the monkey were in the service of the greatest enemy of our kind, the one who lurks beyond the edge of reality, but the world's affliction manifested itself differently. It distorted Crudatalk while avoiding encounters with the souls of our ancestors. We were waiting for Scylla Thresh, the destroyer of souls, to burst her way through the gaping wounds of the world, and yet her gaze was directed away from our suffering. No one ever managed to identify the nature of the curse, even as we watched it destroy our home, and so, having lost all hope of saving it, we fled. If your kin fled Crudatalk, how did you end up here? our twisted cousins found our arcs in the void's cold embrace. At first it seemed they were going to save us, extend a helping hand, and so we told them about what had happened to Krutatog and where to look for it. But our cousins' souls are dark and thirst for blood. My arc was one of the first they seized. The Drukhari massacred hundreds of thousands of their own kind for fleeting pleasure's sake, and enslaved the Farseers for their accursed experiments, and that, monkey, was how I ended up hanging in this cage. Okay, is Krutatog completely destroyed? That is hard to believe. The Arbenian took care of what remained. But that is none of your concern, Monkey. Yurlit is silent for a while, and she says coldly, but Eklendil, how did Krutatog end up in the Expanse? This close to Monkey's ships and the Dark One's hunting grounds. That was the path chosen by the Council, my child. We had charted Krutatog's course among the stars for years, and no one had an inkling of the terrible fate that would await us in the place that was promised us salvation. No one knew. The Farseer looks away for a mere second, but an itching sensation immediately burrows its way into the base of your soul. Something is wrong here. The paths I have walked have taught me a great deal. To see the truth where it is concealed, and not to hesitate to cut off the head of a lying snake that tries to coil around my heart. Yurlit stares unblinkingly at her fellow Eldari, fury gleaming in her eyes. If the entire Farseer Council failed to foresee their world's doom, then everything the children of Arceon have been taught about paths for centuries is a lie. You are hiding something, Eklendil. Speak. Speak it now. How dare you take that tone with me, outcast? I am not obliged to justify myself before you, let alone protest my innocence. 71% or 87%. If you wish to leave this place alive, you do well to start talking. The Farseer's emerald's green eyes are filled with despair. We had been steering Krutatog along a course prophesied by the stars themselves, until Shylothress's tumultuous currents cast us to the edge of the Great Wound. That's the Great Rift. A storm was coming, threatening to sweep Krutatog away from the path, so the council decided a route to safety across the nearest inlet of Hope and into a place known among the Monkey as the Coronis Expanse. We stood by our decision, but there came a point where the prophecies became even darker and more unsettling. Someone proposed altering the course, but the closing grip of raging Shalil was blocking our path on all sides, and then it was the council's opinion was split. My vote was the deciding one that in a difficult debate, for I believe that the prophecy that had been promised us salvation in the Expanse could not have been a lie. You already know what happened next. The Farseer closes his eyes, turns away, unwilling to meet Yurlit's gaze. Yurlit looks lost, so we were doomed. I should have stayed on Krutatog. I could have tried to help those who survived the disaster. If only I had not chosen the accursed path and left the craft world, I could have at least tried to save someone. Was it not the Farseer who made a bad decision? What difference would it have made if you had been in Krutatog? Yurlit's mouth twists in displeasure. The Farseers. It was not beyond their power. They led Krutatog to prosperity for years, only become too blind to what was going on around them. Had they not followed the prophecy as the old customs required, had they changed the course instead, Krutatog might still be whole. There's no bringing back the past, but you can try to change your people's future. Hey, Yurlit stays silent for a long time, peering into the face of the Farseer standing across from her. Calm and collected, she looks prepared to meet his fate. Finally, Yurlit replies, "We are both guilty, and both deserve a fate much more terrible than death. However, it's too early for us to leave this world before we've atoned for our guilt. Come with me, Eklendil. We have a lot to do before the Great Oblivion. We will find our brothers and sisters and protect them from those who seek to harm them. Perhaps we may even find a new home. Your words are like a healing melody flowing from my tormented soul." For the first time, a slight smile graces the Farseer's lips. "I accept your proposal, my child." Okay, So we've done this. Check to see I got all the stuff. Except that's the book, and then we have to go all the way back up here, which is what we're going to do. And then I'm going to go and find someone to raid real quick while we're walking. And drop a hard save. It's taking me like 3 episodes to escape from Gamora. But it's not often I get to see my sister. Smippy, my man! I will give that very good boy 1 chip. Although my daughters ate all of my chips. So I can't. I can't 4 chips. Dropping a hard save here. Like, all of these are up on the side of my screen here. They're all there. So you can I have to mark them off when I get them. So I actually pay off these things that you're paying for. So let's find very quickly. Let's drop to this screen. Let's go to the live scene here. Let's see if there's anybody on that we follow or can raid. Because I have to dip very, very shortly. Here we go. Hey, this won't help, but he's my favorite guy. So we're going to do that. So anyway, we're dropping a raid on one Soviet Womble. He is currently playing Prey. He's in the late end of the game. Drop a raid. Anyway. Sippy, it's very good to see you. I'm glad you're here. I'm sorry that I have to dip. My sister is in town, and I get to see her like once a year, and she's coming over to meet my baby for the very first time. So it would be bad form of me to stay down here streaming as much as I would like to spend time with all of you. I will come back this evening for more Rogue Trader or whatever. I'll come back this evening and stream anyway, and you guys are welcome to join me, and I would like to see all of you. Again, thank you everyone who came out and followed. Thank you, Savani, for the raid. I really appreciate it, guys. Every little bit helps. Everything works. I will go do the family thing. I will be back later this evening. I don't know what time. I have no idea what time. Hopefully before Swippy has to call it for the evening because time differences and things like that. But I'm off. So I want you guys to look after yourself, look after somebody else, and I will see you next time.